Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. I'm back here with you with a brand new lesson of probability. In this lesson, we'll be discussing D4 exercise 3B, that is about the additional law of probability and mutually exclusive events. In this lesson, we'll be discussing about the pack of the cards, and then we'll be discussing about the counters or balls or marbles, and then the dice, six-face dice, and the roll of the coin. Suppose I'll begin my lesson with the situation that you are participating in a game and you are asked to move backward and forward at the same time. So what and how you are going to manage this, and is it possible to move backward and forward at the same time, or when you toss a coin or flip the coin, is it possible that coin can land on head and tail at the same time? In today's class, we'll be discussing about these points. So let's begin today's class. Let's start with today's class, and let me remove these all gadgets. I'll be using these all gadgets in my later part of the lesson. Okay. Then the first thing that we are going to discuss is that what are the mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events are the events that cannot happen at the same time. For example, we cannot walk backward and forward at the same time. So walking backwards and forwards are the mutually exclusive events. Same here, tossing of the coin also gives us the mutually exclusive events. Same, the rolling of dice will also give us the mutually exclusive event. If the dice is landing at phase 3, it cannot land at the same time on rest of the 5 phases. So such type of events are called mutually exclusive events or disjoint events. Same for the flip or toss of the coin. We can see when I'm tossing the coin, either the coin can land on head or on tail. It's not possible that it can land on both the faces at the same time. So all such events are called the mutually exclusive or disjoint events. Probability of disjoint or mutually exclusive events can be obtained by probability of A union B equals to probability of A plus probability of B. So we can take the idea of the word disjoint from the sets as well. Remember and recall, the disjoint sets are the sets in which we have the intersection empty. So same here, disjoint events are the events in which we are having nothing common, and their probabilities will be obtained by adding the probability of the first event and the probability of the second event. Moving to today's class, first situation and the question. And question 1 says, let me read the question from the book. Question 1 says, 11 cards numbered 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 21 are placed in a box. A card is removed from the box. Find the probability that the number on the card is the even number, the prime number, either even or prime, and then divisible by 3, and neither even nor prime. Let's discuss each part one by one. So first of all, we have to see that total cards we are having are 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So whatever choice we have to take that choice from the 11. The first part is the probability of picking up of even cards. Probability of even. We know the formula for the probability is the favorable chances upon total chances. Favorable chances upon total chances. Students, you must have to support your working with the formulas. Total chances. Okay, now for the even, how many cards are there which have the even number printed on that? The first choice is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 out of 11. Probability of even chances are 5 by 11. Probability of even 5 by 11. Now the second is the probability of prime number. Probability of prime number. Okay, now see how many chances are there where we are getting the prime number. First place 11, then 13 second, then third, and then 4. So there are 4 chances out of 11 chances. 4 places 4 by 11. Third is either even or. Here the term or is really important. We know that or means that we have to add them. Probability of even. Third part is probability of even or prime will be equal to, we have the answer for probability of even numbers, that is 5 by 11, and prime numbers is 4 by 11. Denominator is same, so we can easily take the LCM. 11 will be the LCM. 5 plus 4, which is equal to 9 by 11. Okay, I hope you are clear about this part. Then the choices for the cards or the numbers which are divisible by 3. Probability of the number divisible by 3. Probability divisible by 3. Okay, now look students, how many times we are getting the situation where we are getting the numbers which are divisible by 3. 12, first place, first chance. This is 15, second, and then divisible by 3 is 21 and 18. 12, 15, 18 and 21. So 4 chances are there, 4 places are there where we are getting the numbers which are divisible by 3. Then neither even nor prime. Neither even nor prime. This is probability of neither even nor prime. Okay, recall my previous lesson and think about the complementary events. We can see that we have got the answer of probability of even or either even or prime here, and probability of even or prime and neither even nor prime, they are mutually exclusive events, they are disjoint events, they are complementary events. So what we can do is that we can take their answer by subtracting probability of even or prime from 1 minus 9 by 11, or 2 by 11 minus 9 by 11 equals to 2 by 11. I hope my students are clear about today's class. They are clear about the meaning of the term mutually exclusive and disjoint events, okay, and how to find the probabilities of mutually exclusive or disjoint events and the concept of complementary events. Please watch and understand this lesson carefully to have the better understanding of the next lesson. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson next time. Thank you very much.